rainbow, sea salt, lemon and rosemary, orange, and peppermint. Tingles with flyby. Daily ASMR videos. Welcome to part 2 of our how to make bath salts videos. This is the second part of your how-to video, where we learn how to make the different aromas of different bath salts. If you haven't watched the first one, check down in the description and you can read, see them in order, or watch it after this one, or watch it another time. So now, back to me. Well, me at the workshop in Tingledom. So we can see in our bowl here, we've got a nice combination of the Epsom salts. We can see some of these sea salt crystals. And of course, some of our baking soda. So now it's time to start working on our individual bath salts. So what we're going to do here is, this is basically the size for what will fit into our jars. So we're just going to take, it'll take roughly 2 scoops, but we may need to do a little more. We'll just and just a little more. Okay, so now that we've got our salts in here, we'll just go through. See, it's really nice with a flat head spoon. Get a nice corner, so we can actually use that corner to go through and make sure we don't have any clumps of baking soda. So, there we go. That's all nice and ready to take on the fun part. So, decision is what to start with. I always like to start with something that won't be too much of an issue for our spoon. So why don't we, what about peppermint? Yeah, okay. Let's do the peppermint. So we have orange. Yeah, so all of these ones that I have, this is the peppermint. All of these ones that I'm doing today are non-essential oil. We do essential oil line as well, but some people have issues with essential oils, so we have to do certain varieties that have no essential oils. So these are a bit, less of an issue with any of the essential oil type things. And then what do we grab? I always like to put just a little bit of green in with our peppermint. So for these, we have these little droppers that we use to get out the essence and the food coloring. Can use soap coloring as well. which we do occasionally, but I'm partial to the food coloring. So we'll just grab a couple drops in here, and we really don't need much, so we're just going to start with one drop. And then we pop that back in. And then the other thing I like to do is, salt is very absorbent, so it'll start to absorb some of this color, just so we can get that dried off a little. Okay, that's a little mixed in. We'll mix it in fully. We're just going to grab some of our peppermint here too. And we'll go probably 3, maybe 4. I just love the smell of peppermint. It's so invigorating. Such a lovely smell, doesn't it? Oops. Bit full up on that side. I may have put a little too much in here, but it can kind of be fun because you can actually make a rainbow one if there's extras. So we'll just see. I only have 7 bottles though, so we'd have to lose one of them, although one of them I was planning was just the basic sea salt, so we can always although that one's fun because it's blue. See, it just adds a nice subtle color. We don't like to be too over the top with our colors. Just like to have a nice subtle tinge. Okay. So now, take our jar, and this part is a little messy. So we just try and keep these going into our jar. really quite overzealous. I could tell when I was mixing. So then we'll just take this one, try and so this one will probably end up being a two-toned rainbow. You can put a little bit of extra on the top of that one. After, of course, I scoop the rest of this in. Okay, there we go. Now, what do we think would go well with our green mint? Well, we don't have to do it that way. So, so I have orange, I have coconut, we have a lovely lemon and rosemary. Yeah, should we do that one next? Okay. Try closer to that. It should be a little better. Now we've just got some dried rosemary. We'll put that in. It has a really beautiful texture. Which will fizz. Okay, just adds a little bit of lemon. But for this one, we also want, I think, just a touch of yellow. Quite need to do two. Could be quite yellow. And when we get a little chunk like this, we can come up and just kind of use that corner to disperse it a little more. See, it just adds a nice subtle yellow tinge to our salt. If you smell that, yeah, you can just smell the lemon and the rosemary, can't you? Yeah, it's very lovely. So let's go ahead. We'll start bottling this one. just scoop that back into our bowl. And that jar is all ready. To go and get prettied up. The nice little card and a little tie around it. As is our first one. So, there we go. Our peppermint. So you can go with a little darker color. The orange is one that I really like to go a bit darker with. Just add a little bit more orange in there. And then need our yellow. And then we'll want some red as well. A little less red. Probably just a drop of red. Otherwise it can be a bit more red than orange. This one just has a really nice orange. Just use a bit of those drippings. Just using a little of our lemon juice to grab some of that red. It's still in the citrus family, so it's only a very small amount. Just has a gorgeous orange smell though, doesn't it? Now if you put this in the bath, it makes you feel like you're bathing in an orange orchard. hopefully. I don't know. No, we do have funnels. This is just, there's something very hypnotic about, you know, pouring and letting things kind of flow off to the side. And so we do that very intentionally. It's to help, you know, a lot of people who come to Tingledom do get sought out to come because they suffer from anxiety, and helping to normalize imperfections is a very important part of what we do here. Okay, so we'll just pop the lid on this one. It's our lovely little orange. Just looks like a little bottle of sunshine and happiness. Now, I'm thinking I'm just gonna need to clean out my bowl. So I'll just go to the cleaning station and I'll be back in just a moment. There we go. Looks a little better. So let's see, we did orange, peppermint. So I have coconut, cinnamon, and vanilla. And I'll probably, and sea salt. So I have 4 potentials left. Yeah, see, I'm thinking sea salt would be a really nice combination with the peppermint. Yeah, because, coconut, peppermint. It is just a white one. Yeah, should we do coconut? But do we want to do that to combine with that? Yeah, we'll do sea salt for that. And then we're just gonna that's the peppermint. Just use our natural coconut. And put a bit in there. Because it's a little bit of a subtle flavor. This one is lovely because it's like just going on a tropical holiday. So we'll just give this a quick I know, you can smell that coconut though, can't you? Just makes you think of sipping pina coladas on the beach. There's plenty in there because of it. Because I put so much coconut in there. Okay, so now you definitely want the beach, so we'll do just a little bit to top that one. And this one, I'll use our blue food coloring just to give it a little bit of a beachy vibe. That just two is good. Don't want over much because I really like to go with nice subtle colors. So this is just the plain sea salt. We color it blue just to, well, because we like the coconut to be the white one. And the blue just really gives a nice mental imagery of what it really is, you know. Salt is white, but salt water generally is reflecting the sky, so it generally has a blue color. Really come up nicely. So now we'll get this one in. A beautiful blue color. It's very reminiscent of a trip to the ocean. Top off with just a little bit of doing a rainbow. There we have our green that transitions to a blue. Peppermint's actually quite stuck in there. That's okay. Okay, so just one to go. I'm just gonna put this off to the side. Okay. Of a chunk here that we didn't. It's a chunk of our salt, though. No, it's not a baking soda chunk. Probably about that should do us. There we go. So this last one, you could either do cinnamon or vanilla. It's up to you. Okay. Use some cinnamon. Yeah, if I would have had one more jar, got plenty of salt there. I think this might be a new scoop. Has a very cinnamon sugar vibe, but you definitely don't want to lick it. It's very, very salty. Our cinnamon, top those off. This lid isn't. They redo the lids when they put the labels on. These are just temporary lids. So there we have it. So we have our cinnamon, sea salt, our rainbow, white, or just plain sea salt and peppermint, and then our coconut, our orange. Still just think it makes me think of just sitting in an orange orchard. Our plain peppermint. It's great for a morning bath. And finally our lemon and rosemary. Just a nice all-round combination. So that is how okay, not as good as usual, but yeah, they're still passable. But you should definitely go and check in the shop. You'll see some really good ones. Yeah. So, now some people like that kind of just homemade, not quite perfect type vibe. So, these are the wonderful bath salts. I feel almost bad not sending you with one. I'm thinking if you'd like our little rainbow adventure one. Which one is that one? Nope. Yeah. You should just take this one and just have a lovely bath tonight. Well, then you get to try kind of, the combination. And the mint. It's lovely. Don't have it too late. It doesn't make you the most drowsy. It's good for a early evening